As a member of the Board of Trustees, who is charged with formulating the district's budget and setting the tax rate, I'm here to assure you, as a board, we are committed to providing our students and your children the highest quality public education possible with the tax dollars that you provide. In voting to call the 2023 bond election, we are also committed to not raising the district's tax rate, as we ask for your authorization to issue additional debt for construction and renovation of our district's facilities. Among our goals as a Board of Trustees is to be steadfast in earning your trust as stewards of taxpayer funds, and to also manage the district's finances in a fiscally responsible manner. In January of this year, our efforts in paying off $3.8 million of past bond debt earlier than required has saved Hutto ISD taxpayers more than $7.6 million in future interest costs. As trustees, we fully intend to continue this practice of retiring the district's debt ahead of schedule. Now, I want to be upfront with you. These proposed facilities and expenditures, they do come with a cost, but with voter-approved school bonds, it will allow us to spread those costs out over time, the same way that a homeowner utilizes a mortgage. If approved, all bond sales and the prioritization of the construction projects will be based on the district's capacity to both sell the bonds and the rate of enrollment growth and Hutto ISD experiences in the upcoming years. Now, not all $522 million will be sold at once. They will be issued as the need arises. These decisions are made in public school board meetings with feedback from both the district's administration as well as stakeholder input. As trustees, we vote to set two tax rates. The first is the maintenance and operations, or that M&O tax rate. Revenue generated by this tax rate can be used for daily operations, salaries, fuel, supplies, athletics, and more. The second is the interest and sinking, or that INS tax rate. Revenues generated by this tax rate can only be used to pay back principal and interest of bonds that have been sold, covering the district's annual debt obligation. INS funds by law must be used to pay those debt obligations and cannot be used for any other purpose. And these funds will always remain in Hutto ISD, as they are off limits to state recapture. I want to reiterate that the 2023 bond will not increase the INS tax rate for our district voters. For the past year, it has been at 45 cents and will remain at 45 cents after a drop from 46 cents in 2021 and 2022. Overall tax rate has decreased 27.71 cents in the past 7 years. During the 2019 bond election, the district made a commitment not to raise the $1.60 tax rate at the time as a result of the bond. For the current school year, the tax rate was just below $1.40. This is fiscal management, not just on paper, but in action. Additionally, school district taxes on resident homesteads are frozen the year a taxpayer turns 65. So homeowners age 65 and older will not be impacted by this bond. Although there is no increase to the tax rate, voters will see this is a property tax increase on the last sentence of the ballot propositions. This is confusing since there is no increase to the tax rate. This statement is mandatory and has been required by law on all public school bond propositions in Texas since the 86th legislative session in 2019. We want all voters in Hutto ISD to be informed and understand that growth is here and projected to continue. We do not build schools so that children will come to Hutto. We add new facilities so that families and children who come to our community have a school to attend. Early voting is April 24th through May 2nd. The election day is Saturday, May 6th. In fact, voters can cast their ballots right here in the Hutto ISD boardroom at 200 College Street on election day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. To view additional polling locations and hours where you can vote in the Hutto ISD bond election, please visit hipponation.org/bond.